first question is, how confident, first of all, what can you tell us about the progress over the controversial issues that are hampering the election so far, including the eligibility of some candidates for the presidency? Where are we in that progress? That's my first question.
Well, the 6+ committee has come up with some draft laws. Of course, we considered these draft laws as a good step forward. However, there are some loopholes, some inconsistencies, some technical difficulties for the implementation of those laws. This is why not only UNSMIL, but also other stakeholders have considered that those laws should be amended, fine-tuned to make them implementable. The High National Election Committee has also made some remarks about those same laws, and now we hope that HCS and HOR, together with the 6+6, will reconsider those loopholes and those technical difficulties and make the law implementable. And so we are calling upon them really to do it in a timely manner so that elections can be conducted in a free, fair, and transparent manner.
When do you think that will happen? Is there any timeline in your thinking?
They have started sitting now on those laws. We hope that in the coming weeks we will be able to come to conclusions and also to promulgate the laws. I mean, the two chambers, especially the HOR, will promulgate the laws, and from the date of promulgations, a date will be fixed for the elections by HNEC. And we as UNSMIL, we are encouraging them to do that. We are also supporting we have offered our technical support to the implementation of those laws.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Bathilee. Edith Lederer from the Associated Press. A couple of follow-ups to the meeting, and you talked about the impact of turmoil in Niger and Sudan on Libya. Have you seen any effects of this turmoil already in Libya? And secondly, the U.S. ambassador talked about her concerns about the presence of Wagner mercenaries in Libya. Are you aware that they're there? How many are there, and are they having an impact on the situation? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. Undoubtedly, there is a spillover effect of the crisis in Sudan. I would like to recall that in late March, I conducted a visit to Sudan, to Chad, and to Niger. UNSMIL, working with the 5+5 Joint Military Commission, have put in place what we call the liaison committee with Sudan, Chad, and Niger, with the view to withdraw the foreign fighters and mercenaries from those countries out of Libya. And when I visited Sudan, Chad, and Niger at the end of March, we were really optimistic about the outcome and the follow-up of this mission. Unfortunately, 2 weeks later, the crisis erupted again in Sudan. And as you know, this crisis is ongoing, fighting are ongoing, and you know the border area between Libya and Sudan has been an area open to the activities of a number of groups, armed groups, mercenaries, but also a number of gang leaders, reveling into illegal migrations, illegal mining, drug trafficking, and all sorts of criminal activities. And of course, those criminal activities go with also armed activities. Therefore, when the crisis in Sudan erupted again, we were very concerned about the spillover effect on Libya. So far, we do not detect really a big spillover in terms of influx of refugees or asylum seekers, etc. However, we are concerned now about the situation in Chad. As you know, those armed groups who are in Libya are attempting to take advantage of a vacuum in the border area between Sudan and Libya, of course, to reactivate what I call their business. Unfortunately, we have seen 2 or 3 days ago, the Chadian army had clashes with one of those groups, which is one of the armed groups. And also, we are concerned now with the situation in Niger. As you know, for a long time, Niger, like many other Sahelian countries, has been affected by the crisis in Libya. Not only some armed elements have joined the mercenaries in Libya, but also they have continued their activities along the borders. But if we have, after the coup in Niger, we have a situation whereby the Niger army break up, it will have an effect again, because Niger has been a country which, unlike many other countries in the Sahel, have been able to manage the diversity of its population, both within and outside the security and military establishment. Therefore, the destabilization of Niger also will have undoubtedly consequences on Libya and vice versa. So we are really very concerned about the development in the Sahel in general and, of course, in Sudan.
Wagner?
Wagner, yes, it's there, but we have no kind of reliable data on their presence there, in terms of their equipment, in terms of their numbers, etc. But certainly they are there.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Battini.
Thank you.
I know you asked about elections. Do you see any possibility of elections this year, or do you think it's more realistic that they might hopefully take place next year?
We are working hard with all the Libyan actors, especially the major players in Libya, to finalize the electoral laws provided by the meeting of the 6+6, to fine-tune them and to make them implementable. Moreover, in addition to that, we are working with all these stakeholders to also have a comprehensive political agreement on the issues of the government, on the issues of the security of the elections, so that elections will be held in conditions which will be provide a level playing field for all the candidates, and also, as I said, provide security for all the candidates and create the conditions for a real peace and stability for Libya. I think I am optimistic. I cannot at this stage put a date. Of course, we have envisioned the election to take place in 2023. But what is important is what these agreements to become a reality. Once we have the electoral laws promulgated, a timeline set through the High Electoral National Commission, of course, we are totally optimistic that election will take place. And the elections are the conditions for the stability for Libya. There is no other option. The Libyan public, civil society organizations, the ordinary citizens I met throughout the country, in all the cities, all the villages and towns, they want election to take place because they want legitimate institutions to break this stalemate, to take the country out of these endless, open-ended interim arrangements, which are detrimental to the stability of the country, to its economy, to the prosperity of the citizens. So there is today a need for a renewal. The Libyans are aspiring to a new dawn in their history.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.